We are doing a cat sit. This isn't our first rodeo cat sitting, but it's the first time we're looking after this particular cat. I will put a picture of the cat on the screen. Yeah, this is an interesting one because this is a very round cat. I mean, she seems to have taken to the this home quite well already. She doesn't seem upset. I think. Sorry, I'm noticing on the camera. This looks like there's a bit of a stain patch or something here. Oh dear. I like this shirt. I don't want it to get ruined. It's my. Hang on. Can you see IBM? Anyway, that's by the by. She seems to be taking quite well to the house, and she doesn't seem especially bothered about stuff, so that's fine. She's not like distressed. So that's good. That's very good indeed. Concerningly, we do need to go out for quite some time tomorrow, so I hope she's going to be okay on her own. But she seems fine. As long as we give her some food, I think she'll be okay. So that's this week's adventure. Well, this and next week. So how exciting is that? And I think that's kind of it. That's today. Not really else to discuss. I feel like there's been something important happen today, but I can't think what it is. Just because the whole day has been centered around us receiving the cat. I mean, we did have an exterminator in because there's a squirrel living in the roof. Did I mention that on a previous vlog that we had something in the roof? Either way, there's a squirrel in the roof, and it was chewing up some wood and apparently stealing stuff from next door's attic. So that's good. We had an exterminator in today to try and deal with the squirry. So there's now poison in the attic. Hopefully it's easy to clean up. And hopefully the cleaning up will happen sooner rather than later. Because that's the last thing we need. But, yes, the less about that, the better, I think. Not really much else to talk about. I really do feel like there's something I want to address. Oh, that's it. I've been working on another 10th anniversary video. Something that I've wanted to do for ages, pretty much ever since I saw NerdCube do his, basically. Top 100. And it's going to be a similar format because I think it's the best way to do it. Essentially, a number of games per video. So I think 10, maybe 5, but I'm thinking probably 10. Sort of up to like the top 20, you'd do 10 per video. And then the top 20, you could do 5 per video. And then, you get to number 1. I don't think doing individual videos on each of the final 5. I did consider that briefly, but I think that will probably be a bit too much. But yeah, I think if you do 5 per from 20 onwards, I think that will probably be all right. And let me tell you, making a top 100 is a faff. I originally had a system whereby I would rate the games in several different categories, and that, I mean, it was good. It was a good system, but I disagreed with it. I disagreed with where the games ended up. So I'd give them the ratings, but they weren't like subjective enough. And I know that it's all subjective really, but there were things like how historically relevant the game is and how other people have reviewed it and how well it's aged. And I mean, that's all stuff that's important in a game, but when you're giving each thing numerical ratings, it kind of boils it down a bit too much. And so it'd get to the point where there were, say, 3 games in a list, and I'd be like, okay, they're in an order, but I like this one better. And so I'd go in and change the numbers to a minute degree so that it'd end up above, but still in the same rough place. And then by the time I was doing that, I thought, well, this is totally pointless. So I came up with another system. I found a website that let me do tournaments. It's meant for actual tournaments, sporting events and stuff. And I decided, okay, I'll use that for my games list. Except I tried it earlier and I ended up with like something like 20 games at number 68, and then another 20 at number. Yeah, it was not good. It was not good. And to do a tiebreaker, well, I ended up with many ties in the tiebreaker. So I have a different system now because it lets you choose from various different scoring methods, and there is one that hopefully, I did test it out briefly, and hopefully it shouldn't end up with many, if any, ties. And then hopefully from off the back of that, I will have a top 100. And how it's working with this system, it's essentially simple as, here's two games, which one do I like better out of the two of them? Sometimes it's very difficult to pick between the two, but, you know, at that point I kind of just have to follow my gut and think, well, actually, yeah, I like that one better, or I've played that one more, or whatever. So, top 100 is happening. And I'm gonna make a... I've done that classic thing of inserting a new sentence in the middle of my sentence. I would like to know what the community's top 100 is. I think that could be an interesting thing. So, community members who are watching, this will be posted to the Discord as well, and possibly in well, I'll probably mention it in a stream. In fact, I'll mention it in several streams, and perhaps that will be part of the stream sometime. We can, if you submit a selection of games, and we can have a similar tournament thing go on. So we can vote and see which one comes out on top, and hopefully get a decent top 100 out of it. And hopefully end up with no ties, because solving ties is just dreadful. Anyway, that's something that I'll work out. So, but submit games. Give me your top 10s or your top 15s or whatever, because I think we can make a really cool thing out of this. It has to be said, to make the tournament thing work, I did have to have 200 games in my list to narrow down. But you know, they're all worthy. I think, just whichever one's got voted for. Anyway, I shall reveal that when the time comes. But yes, that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow.